It's January 26th, 2021, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and I didn't shave today, because that's just the kind of rebel I am. Last Wednesday, Joe Biden was sworn in as our new president. Our new old president, as he is the oldest person to be sworn in as president of the United States. Biden is also the only Delawarean to be sworn in as President of the United States, and only the second Catholic to be sworn in as President of the United States. Do you know who the first Catholic to be sworn in as President of the United States was? If you do, type your answer in the comments section below, and you could win something nice. Not to be outdone, Kamala Harris is the first African American, Asian American, and woman American to be sworn in as Vice President of the United States. Busloads of police officers from all over the country came to D.C. last week to provide security at Joe Biden's inauguration. They had to pay their own way back, though, because right after Biden was sworn in, they were immediately defunded. U.S. Senator Rob Portman of Ohio will not run for a third term in office. He says he's retiring next year because, in his words, this is a tough time to be in public service. Now, for those of you who don't speak politicalese, allow me to translate. Senator Portman is actually saying, screw you guys, I'm going home. And who can blame him, really? Dogs have returned to the White House for the first time in 4 years. President Biden's two dogs, Champ and Major, moved in over the weekend. Conspiracy theorist Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is now trying to have the dogs impeached. Speaking of Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is facing calls to resign after tweets surfaced of her declaring Biden's election fraudulent. The 2018 Parkland school shooting was a false flag operation, and that 311 was a better rock rap group than Limp Bizkit. Pope Francis has taken a step back from his public duties as he deals with sciatica and other health problems, according to the Vatican this week. Papal duties will be taken over by the second highest-ranking Catholic in the Church, President Joe Biden. Who knew? A recent poll shows that President Biden's response to the coronavirus has garnered a 69% approval rating, to which Biden's Chief of Staff Ron Klain responded, nice. 69. On the other hand, President Biden was spotted going maskless at the Lincoln Memorial only hours after signing an executive order mandating masks on federal property. But okay, boomer, who actually reads what they sign these days anyway? Republican Senator Mitt Romney said he supports the second impeachment of ex-President Trump, asking, if inciting insurrection isn't impeachable, what is? We've been over this, Mitt. A blowjob. After former President Trump left the White House to his new full-time residence of Mar-a-Lago, Florida, he now has a new moniker, the actual Florida man. I hope you have an appetite for this story. The European Union's Food Safety Agency confirms worms are safe to eat as a low-fat, high-protein food. Turns out that weird kid in your third grade class who ate worms on the playground wasn't entirely crazy.
Don't eat those worms just yet. I'm Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Tim Millard, and I'm going to show you how you can make a delicious, nutritious, and affordable meal based off of anything you'd find in a kitchen. Much like this one. I already have a pot of water here on the stove, which has been simmering for the past hour. Now we're going to add some ingredients to it. We're going to start off with some common household cereal, Raisin Nut Bran. As it turns out, it has 240 calories per serving and 7 grams of dietary fiber. Always important for anyone's diet. We're just going to add some in here. There we go. Ooh, we got some raisins in there too. This is going to be good. So now we have the healthy bran portion in there. Now we need to add something sweet. As it just so happens, we have some grade A amber color, rich taste maple syrup. It's organic too, so you know it's got to be delicious. It smells good. We're just going to pour a little bit here directly into the pot. There we go. It's going to give that nice sweet taste. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've got crunchy, we've got sweet. You need something with a little kick. So, we've got some coffee beans right here. Now, if you're like me and you're busy, you don't have time to grind your beans. So, let's just put them whole. Ooh, boy, that smells delicious. That's enough to wake you up in the morning. But you know what? I think we still need something more sweet in here. So let's see what we have here. We have ooh. Got some honey roasted peanuts right here. I'm just going to take a handful. Into the mix it goes. And for a little bit of zest, we're going to add some spicy chakri mix from Trader Joe's. Crunchy, spicy, Indian-style snack mix. Ooh, you can just smell the cornucopia of flavors in here. We're going to take a handful. In it goes. Whew, a little messy there. And now, all we have to do is stir this up. Really mixing in there very well. We're getting a great combination of the raisins, the spicy chakri mix, and that maple syrup is really giving it a nice color. Let's get ourselves a spoon here, and let's see what it tastes like. Boy, that tastes good. Actually, I think that's what regret tastes like. Still beats eating worms, though. For Sketchworks NewsBrake, I'm Tim Millard.
Thank you, Tim. Authorities are investigating a bombing that happened this past weekend at a California church famous for its anti-LGBTQ+ messages. Investigators don't believe the incident was from protesters, who generally only use glitter bombs. In the UK last week, one of the world's oldest identical twins died at the age of 96. Although at that age, even with one of them dead, it's still pretty hard to tell them apart. Atlantic City is offering bidders the chance to blow up the former Trump casino. The Trump casino is scheduled for demolition, and an auction host is selling the experience to push the button to implode Trump Plaza. It is not known how far the debris of fake tanner may stain any nearby buildings or homes. Buffalo lost a hard-fought battle to the Chiefs this past weekend, though both would eventually perish at the hands of white European colonists, also known as Tom Brady. This is the first time Tom Brady has played in the Super Bowl since 2019, a whole 2 years ago. That was pre-COVID. This is a record 10th Super Bowl appearance by Tom Brady, and aren't we all just thrilled for him? Chicago teachers have voted to refuse to return to classrooms as ordered by the school district. Union officials say the educators are unwilling to resume in-person teaching until schools can guarantee they will get vaccinated early and can still take sips of mommy juice between classes. Staying in the Windy City, the Chicago Department of Aviation confirmed a wheel fell off an airplane and landed in the front yard of a home in the northwest part of the city. The identity of the airline is still unknown, but we all know it's Spirit. Come on, man! An Oklahoma lawmaker wants to create an official Bigfoot hunting season, also known as a great alibi for shooting a person and then claiming, "Oh, I thought it was Bigfoot. Oopsie." Residents in Brooklyn were shocked I say, to find out that their building's handyman was actually a serial killer. But they were even more shocked that time he installed their new cabinets on time and under budget. An outage on Facebook on Friday night forced millions of users to log out. So you can expect your parents to create brand new profiles as soon as you remind them which button goes to the interwebs. Celebrity deaths are already getting underway in the new year. Larry King, famous to your parents for interviewing other famous people, passed away over the weekend at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy of being hilariously out of touch.
A luxury you can't live without.
A luxury I can't live without. Coffee. I really like good
It's not a
coffee.
luxury you can get it anywhere.
All right, give me a luxury. What luxury should I have?
Private plane.
Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
The Flaming Lips combated the coronavirus with a space bubble concert featuring giant balloons that read, "F you, COVID-19. The size of the bubbles only allowed 25 fans to view the show, but it's already the top-grossing concert of the year. Miley Cyrus had another break-in to her storage unit where thieves stole $10,000 worth of guitars. Hey, it's not called Storage Wars for nothing. Child YouTube star JoJo Siwa has come out as a member of the LGBTQ+ community, which is sure to prompt a lot of uncomfortable conversations between parents and their children, who will have to explain what a JoJo Siwa is. Siwa has not said whether she is gay, bi, or somewhere else on the spectrum, but we here at Sketchworks NewsBrake can confirm that she is only 17, so you really shouldn't be thinking about that. A quarter of all known bee species have disappeared since the 1990s. But not to worry, scientists say. They're all in MC Hammer's pants. Showtime announced that Michelle Pfeiffer will play the role of Betty Ford in a new series called First Lady, alongside Viola Davis, who will play Michelle Obama. Showtime also announced that Eleanor Roosevelt will be played by Michael Cera. Canadian candy company Candy Funhouse is seeking part and full-time candyologists. These are remote positions which pay $47 an hour for employees to eat candy. The company will also provide crutches to employees for when they lose their foot due to diabetes. On Friday, 2 goats wandered into the Morningside Elementary School in Salt Lake City, Utah. Not adult goats, they were kids. Which is why they went to an elementary school. Yeah, Babcock wrote that one. Welcome to Sketchworks NewsBrake for 5-year-olds. In heartwarming news, a dog in Turkey followed her owner's ambulance to the hospital, where she patiently waited for several days until the owner was released so they could be reunited. Now, this isn't actually as heartwarming as you might think, because when asked why she was so concerned, the dog replied, "He owes me $50! Hark!" From Japan, the Sega Shinjuku arcade in Tokyo has made the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most claw crane machines and the least amount of customers. A former ADT employee pleaded guilty to hacking home security footage in order to watch couples having sex. But that's what you get when you put a security camera on your back door. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel, and this weekend I'll be hanging out by your mom's back door.
Senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the election